one out. So Ephesians chapter 5, we are into Ephesians. Paul is now giving the Christians in Ephesus a list of do's and don'ts. And we've been looking at these do's and don'ts over the last couple of 3 weeks. It is in your bulletin if you want to follow along in the notes. It's in your bulletin as well. But we've been looking at some of the do's and don'ts. But I'm going to show you today what I've been aiming at for about 4 weeks. Because I got to get to a word that we're going to see today. Because as I've talked to you about the list of do's and don'ts, I've said to you, this is not a list of do's and don'ts. But it's a list of do's and don'ts. But it's the purpose of the list of do's and don'ts. And the purpose is to be a test to whether we're walking in the Spirit. I can test my spiritual life. James does the same thing when he says faith without works is dead, being alone. So there is a list of do's and don'ts. And what people often miss, and you hear kids, especially they grow up in church, well, I just went to church and all I did was give me do's and don'ts. Yeah, well, there are do's and don'ts. On June 8th, 1985, at 7:30 p.m., my wife gave me a list of don'ts. That's when I said, I do. And she said, and you better not. Do you know what I'm talking about? She said, and to me only will you be. I said, I don't, to billions of other women. Now, to be fair, there's probably not another woman that would have had me, okay? So it really wasn't a big don't. I hope you get I'm joking around a little bit. But don'ts are not all bad.